Everything is powered by the sun. Today the sun is straight up over us. That's if you by the equator. It's the return of the sun today. It brings about rebirth, generation. We're gonna go over to this area over here. And visit these folks over here. You see, a lot of people fail to realize if you're paying close to the structure of these, they're the same things that's in the clouds. Look at the shape of this one. I'm isolating it by itself. Then look at the shape of the middle one. They're touching nose to nose, and then the last one in the back. These is all the same people that's in the clouds. Pay attention. You don't see them? One. This is two of them together. Look at the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Look at the like a dinosaur back, and his eyes is right there. You see the eye and the nose sticking up. And here's another one touching this one. His eyes is down towards the ground, the nose, and that's his back. So you got to study nature and understand nature, because we read books, but we don't understand the world we live in. We're going to go over to this side now and pay attention to a few minor details. Alright, we're on this side now. Now, you know, there's a lot of things going on here that we don't understand. Us paying attention to our surroundings will define everything. As you can see that I'm looking at the tree. The tree is actually a living entity that's interacting with me. Pay attention. The double-headed dragon meeting right here. If you pay attention to your reality, you will see that everything is a reflection of the same thing. It's nothing new under the sun. Everything has its proper place. Now, the reason why this is important is that today, being that it's a new year, the earth becomes very fertile right now. You know, it's nothing pagan about it or some type of double ritual. Everybody should realize by now that during the wintertime, the trees don't grow. If you're in the north right now, you don't have hardly no leaves on your tree. So today is the marking point when rebirth starts. It's a regeneration of the earth. It's when the sun's magnetic field, I meant to say, the sun's magnetic field realign back with the earth. Whoever's in the equator, they don't have to change their time ever, because the sun don't go up or down. It's always the same fixed location. Now those in the north, they have to get other type of time compensation. They have to compensate by going an hour forward or an hour backwards. And so you will see that during this time of the year, which is the spring, it has a significant meaning. it means everything on the earth is going to be regenerated. So there's no superstitions to it. It's about now you connecting and your thoughts for what you want to do over the next month. Today is the day you do it. Because the simple fact is the earth and the air is moisture. Now, I want y'all to understand how the moisture works. Hold on, let me play with this right here. Watch this. Now, let me do a little sound with it. This is what us humans could do that we know nothing of. One more time so you get the whole picture of what I'm trying to tell you. Here we go. Alright, let's get back to the story. So right now, I want y'all to look at the heat. And we're going to use an egg, for example. Now, an egg is edible raw. You can eat an egg raw. But now, let's say you take the egg and you apply some heat to it. That egg is going to have now a different type of texture to it. It's going to be poached egg. So just applying a little heat to the egg, make it poached. You apply more heat to it, it becomes a hard-boiled egg. But it's still the same egg. But the moisture has never touched the inside of the egg, it's outside. So you realize the earth is encircled the same way in a layer of moisture that the sun bakes and cooks everything. And your thoughts is what's in the air. And they bake and cook your thoughts and manifest it. So if you wanted to get a job or start a business, today would be the day that you do it, because it's the seed you're planting, the thought seed. And that thought seed will manifest as the sun gets into mid-June when it's the hottest. That's the lion mane, or Hercules when his hair is long, you know. Then Delilah, which is the virgin, is going to come back in September and trim the hair, and that's how we're back into winter. The symbology of winter and summer in nature, because we're not going to go off of no books. This is all observation from nature and our sun. The symbology is, once we have two sides to us, a light side and a dark side, summertime and wintertime. And we have to embrace both. We going through hardship and pain. We have to accept that, and we have to accept the good too. There's no such thing as always good or just summertime, just like there's not always just daytime. It's night and day. So don't let nobody tell you or mislead you on today. You know, it's not about dressing up and going out there like a clown. You know, you're more adult now. Even your kids, you're raising them to be adults. You're not raising kids to be kids. So today is the day you teach them how to manifest their will, to put thoughts out in there and follow through with them. And that's how it works. You understand? Now let me mess with this energy as we continue. Watch this. I'm going to spin an energy ball in the center. See the spirits coming up over? You see the ghost shadow? Yeah, it's real. One more mantra. Nature is beautiful, you know. You just gotta be careful. This thing is crazy out here, but you know, I wanted y'all to see the other side of life. You know, when you're in the north, you get half of the magnetic field that you would get regularly. You know, so you only get the magnetic field, I guess, in the summertime mostly. You know, the magnetic field is always up, but if you're living towards close to the equator, whoa, you're going to wind up having a harder time connecting, because it's just the fact that the magnetic field is sometimes different for y'all in the wintertime than it is in the summer. Where we at, the magnetic field is the same all the time. So it does make a play on your emotions, your mood, everything you're going through. It has a very important role in there. And you have to learn how to counterbalance the fact that you don't have a magnetic field by dealing with energies in a different way. Now, it's so funny. If you pay attention to my videos, these stick trees is also in the clouds too. It's the same stick clouds. They made me come out here and do this. Look, you see how I got the image of the dragon horn? Everything has a funny significance to it if you pay attention. Well, I'll see how that come out on the video later. That was just a little meditation on the metals. You know, it's very important, like I said, for us to connect. And this is the reason why we go through the problems we go through, because of the simple fact other people is dictating to us what's really going on, what you're looking at, what you see, but you're not doing the research and understanding it for yourself. What you're looking at, what you see, what's the meaning of it. Oh great, we get to watch these two kiss. Now I bet y'all any amount of money, I'm just turning my camera and watch how this go down. The two on the right is going to kiss the other one on the left, but when they kiss, these higher beings is going to come out of it. See them puckering up? They're trying to tell you it's about love, because as ferocious as you might think they are, and you know how they look or whatever the case may be, they don't have not one bit of violence in them. They kiss, they unite. This is what they do. Look. That's me inducing the field when you see it shaking and the orb come up. Over here, you see what's over here? These is not coincidental. These are things that we're not aware of. You see up here? This is what you're made of. This is what happens when heat compresses and you got energy in the heat. It forms into whatever objects or structures is actually in the air. So this is why you're formed. This is how you're formed, from this same energy. You can look at it as the structure and forms of whatever being you see, but my point is energy has an influence on your structure. As you can see how it forms the clouds and give them shape and structure and even human-like attributes. These is what I'm trying to tell you. So as you can see, it's still going on. It's kissing. The bottom one is kissing the top one, looking right in their eye to eye right now. As you can see. This is how it works. Look at his lips. You can see the black part is his nose. He got eyes like the raccoon or like a teddy bear. And that's how they do all day. They just unite and become one. And when they do that, they merge together. As you can see, this still maintaining the structure. It still hasn't changed. You know, our ancestors knew all of this. This is what they really studied to get an understanding of what's going on in this world. And these is able to teach them, because we get to understand ourselves from observing what's going on around us. Rocks. The structure of rocks, as you can see, has all the same things as a mind, as a human being. If you look on it, it's everything that's in the sky. All those entities, they're all compressed and calcified in these rocks. That's why I tell people they're in the rocks, they're in the trees, they're in everything. They create everything. So I want y'all to understand what I mean. This is, look, if you pay attention, look, it's right there in front of your face. Faces upon faces. You understand? They call this brine, salt brine. And the same thing we got, let's go to some place where the water is kind of tranquil. All right, look at this pond, right? It ain't a pond, it's just a little, whatever y'all call it, delta. Look at the water in here. Now look at the water over here. You see, mine have more influence upon the wave. When you add sound and vibration to something, it has a wave. It produces electricity, magnetics. And once you're able to have the wave going, one can control that wave with his mind. It depends how powerful the person is. Everything is that honeycomb shape. All rocks, all trees, the bees make their honey. If you look at the wave pattern, it got like a octagon shape to it floating through the water. This is the precursor of everything. That's the formation of your skin. If you look at the way your skin is designed, it's the same way. Let's meditate on this water, y'all. Here we go. Now let's see if we could control the sound vibration with our voice. You ready? Y'all been watching the water. I got the pattern of it really. Here we go. So you see, we can't control water when it's in motion, or anything in life when it's in mobility position, compared to when it's fixed. This is a water right here in this little delta, and it's fixed. Let's see what happens if I go, As you can see, it's the wave that actually give you the proper way that you can control things. So it's the same like when a car is in motion, a car is in park, it's hard to turn the steering wheel. But once the car is in motion, you touch that steering wheel a little, it turns drastically. So it's the same thing with human thought upon waves and the magnetic field. Once it's in motion and you can see motion, your thoughts could control it. One more time with the sound, and then we're going to do one with the mind. Here we go. Alright, now, so now, when the water is stable and is fixed in a circumference that encloses it, it's the same as your thoughts and beliefs. It's fixed in there, and it cannot be changed. It don't have no wave to it. You're stuck. So if I try to resonate, as you can see in this one, this little pond, it got a semi-little wave in it. Now look. You can see how the mind affects something that has motion to it. So just the same thing with your thoughts and your beliefs. Once it's fixed, it cannot be changed. But as you can see, this pond is trickling into this pond. So with influence from something with the wave or motion that is one with the energy can influence something else or somebody else to give them energy and light and to show them. But if the pond itself don't have any type of energy to it, or some way for it to trickle down from one spot to another, which this one don't, because it can't get over that little blockage right there of energy. You can see this is stuck. It's fixed in its belief. Let's get closer so we can see. So you can see we don't have much effects upon the whole water itself. And that's how you are. That's how belief systems is in place. If you could understand how, if you're not having the energy of oneness, being one with the wave, this wave out here, you're first going to be this, a separated pond with that blockage right there that cannot cross over to make this have a wave in it. I could resonate it and give it a positive energy, but the energy is not coming from the pond, it's coming from me. Thus when I stop, it's just solid. It can't move no more until somebody come and give it life. So this right here will signify how people run around and steal energy or look for energy from others that is over here, that is one with the universe and one with the flow of the wave. Now when the person is with that, you will see that there's a flow of connection. You follow this, the wave pattern, you see where the water is coming from, and it feeds it. This is what you want. You want some type of connection to something positive, so you just don't have the negative fixed self on yourself only. Even though we didn't catch a wave coming in, it's still a flow going, as you can see by looking real good. You see how the light reflect? Let's play with this light reflection right here. I'm gonna keep it right here to catch it. Here we go. Alright, that's good enough, but I also want you to see that there's no need for nobody to summon no special powers, no special gift. I'm walking here talking, showing you how mind, just out of instinct, could control things. I don't have to summon no spirits or anything. You know, so don't think that you have to be connected in a way that you have to have a book and all this other stuff and an altar setup. You just got to be true to yourself and one with the magnetic field. Look at this right here. Hold on. Let me catch this right here. Y'all ain't getting this. Yeah, they got the little resort right here, right next to the resort. So it is what it is. You know, this is University of Conscious Science TV. We'll give y'all nature science, black science, 360 degrees. This is back to Africa. You know, and you don't have no tools to work with except for your intuition and God or the energy around you. So, you know, here we go with the shape again. You see the shape, how it's everywhere, it's the only shape. Look at this. See what's going on here? Pay attention. By midday, everybody will meet here center point, and it's gonna be on and popping. All right, let's do reflective light to end this off. You can see, let's get a good reflection. There we go. Everything work off reflective light. We can't see anything. We could see the reflection of something. Everything we see is just a reflection of it. And that's the spiritual world. So the same reflection that you see here, it's the same reflection you see right here. The lightest part of the trees is the same thing, like you was just looking in the water. It's just reflectiveness coming back at you. That's the spiritual side of the tree. So you connect through the reflectiveness of the tree. All is energy. You can meditate on a tree like you meditate on the sun. The results is the same. It gives you the same energy. Well, you know, I'm at my destination. We came all the way across, cut over, and looked at some of the other things that's going on in this world. Look at this. This is your ancestors right here, look. It's right in front of your face. The same thing in the sky as in the earth is on you. Look at this, the dog face next to another guy face right here. You see this face? And you see it's across from this little pet with the ears. You just gotta have the eye for this shit. But it has meaning to it. The meaning is that when you connect to it, it has energy for you. It has upgrade for you. It has something to give you. So if you ever wanted to meet a tree fairy or a rock fairy or earth fairy, water fairy, that's how you do it. These is real lessons right here. Take it from me. I'm not here to tell you about some atoms, neutrons, electrons, protons, and science out of a book. I'm giving you true life lessons that I was taught from higher sources. you know, and there's no big fanciness about it. Observe your life. Your life is a reflection of what goes on in the universe. And if you understand your life, you understand the universe. Peace and love, royal family. God bless y'all and happy Easter.